Hello, lovely viewer. Welcome in. This is Cleo. I hope you're all doing really well. I'm just going to be pulling whatever message wants to be seen by the collective at this time. So my intention is always to put the message out that will cause the highest shift in vibration and guide people to their highest timelines. But also, I know the universe works in mysterious ways through tarot readers because it's hit me so many times myself how amazing the universe is at getting the right message through to the right person at the right time. So I love giving you your signs, symbols, and synchronicities. Also, my passion is in reality creation. For those of you who've been following me from the very beginning, it's all about guiding the mind to its most beautiful positioning and creating art and allowing the higher self to flow through us and be as unique and as high vibrational as we can possibly be. So that being said, we're going to be doing something different tonight. We've got the letters. So we're going to pull some letters first of all, and we're just going to go through combos of what words we can find and see what comes out. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for blessing and protecting this reading. Okay. One more. Okay, double D. Okay, that could be a message for someone. I'm starting my clock now so we can get any of those numerical synchronicities. Okay, we've got DDO. So first off, we've got do, then we've got Don. So you could be like a spiritual level boss. Okay, that's the vibe I'm getting straight away. We've got the wild card here with the blank one. I was about to say the blank runes, so runes could be important to you. Okay, Dido, which is actually the name of a goddess, right? A pagan goddess. That could mean something to you. And then we've got Uno. So someone could feel like they're really kind of playing a game of Uno with somebody. I can't really remember the rules to that, but I know it's all about cancelling people out and taking their cards and stuff like that. I'm just going to go through and have a little look. You can skip through this if it bores you, or, you know, guys, you know, have a look at these and see what words you can get, because I'm going for, you know, names, all sorts of things. But this is very specific with 2 Ds, 2 Os. That could mean something to you. NIU. And also, you know, when I zoned in with these yesterday to vibe in with spirit and see how spirit wanted me to use these, they told me I'm going to get through different symbols and stuff from the letters, even though, you know, the letters might not be on the table. So I'm getting Niku for somebody. Somebody could have been a premature baby. Union, they're giving me. And that onion reference is coming out again. And what I was told in reference to this, for any of you who watched my video where I referenced the onion, right? What I got was multidimensionality in somebody is causing them to merge all these powerful versions of themselves. So the fact that the word Dawn came out is interesting to me. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the goddess cards, and you guys can write in the comments if you find any other words or interesting combinations here. We've got 1111 and then 1122 kind of with the blank rune there. Let's put that there. So we've got all the ones and then the 22. I've been seeing that a lot lately myself in supermarkets. I'm buying stuff, I'm getting 2211 quite a lot. So a lot of you could be experiencing that as well. I just heard ascension symptoms and was given the number 7. So I feel like a lot of us are getting ready for our destined ancestral soul contracts and our soul group reunions. So there's a lot of us that need to kind of iron out a few things in our thought processes, in our routines, in our habits. Meditation, worship I'm getting. Meditation's far more than just clearing your mind for some of us, because once you clear your mind, that's when the fun begins. Once you build that bridge, that rainbow bridge to the non-physical, I feel like someone out there could be having some real fun with meditation. You could be being visited by certain animals in your meditations. Saraswati here, the goddess of self-knowledge, the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. So this is a high vibrational level of creation here. And I'm getting that someone's getting a taste of the Loot Lounge. That's what I call it. You know, you could call it Valhalla or the other side or the eternal home, that which we call heaven. But I feel like someone's bringing that onto earth in a really powerful way. Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother, unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. So I feel like you're letting a lot of stuff go also. Let's leave that one on the table. Let's get some oracles here. You've entered a new level, and I feel like you're letting everything go in a really beautiful way here. Whoa, between worlds, there we go. There's that heavenly oasis of feeling. This is you when you tune to the Loot Lounge. This is what humans go like when they choose and use their free will in their actions and their beautiful, you know, capacity to do, right? We had do in here. When you use that, when you do the things you need to do to raise that frequency, you get into a whole new world. And you know that because of how you feel. Message in a bottle here. These aren't supposed to be upside down. I keep doing this. I keep picking my decks up upside down. Let's have a look. Number 15, number 3. So this is 18. Someone could wear baseball caps. We've got all that glitters. Message in a bottle. Something's being overlooked, okay, by an ancestor or a relative. There could be something you're really drawn to at the moment, but there could be a higher purpose for you. Fork in the road. What I'm getting here is that you're about to enter some sort of loot lounge of the soul. You're about to enter this status where you are working with the non-physical, or you are in complete communion with the non-physical in your soul. And they're showing me this as like, almost like Tetris bricks of the soul, where you've connected so much of your non-physical world to these deities and these energies that exist non-physically, that your world's about to change. But you could have an offer coming in. I'm getting to tempt you off of this pathway, or to give you another offer to get you. What the vibe is I'm getting here is that you've got to stay on this spiritual Don level energy. You've got to stay on this spiritual boss level energy, because you've got a specific way of communing with the deities. And this isn't a joke. This isn't something I say to be faddish or whatever. This is something that's very normal for a lot of us. We can access and connect with whatever we can tune our consciousness to. And you're someone who can tune your consciousness in multiple different ways. What I'm seeing here is kind of like the Godhead, but this is going to sound crazy. Remember Hellraiser, where there were loads of pins in that guy's head? Now what they're showing me with you is, imagine a big circle, and they're using this to symbolize your soul, not your head, okay? A big circle, but there's light coming out of loads of different holes, right? There's light shining out like Hellraiser, but there's light coming out of all these different holes. Kind of like the caps that we use when we used to do highlights with the bleach, right? You pull a little bit of hair through these caps, but I'm seeing light shining through multiple holes. Like you've synthesized or symphonized. Symphony could be an important word to you, because you've synthesized your soul and your consciousness somehow, some way, from having a lovely heart. That's really the key here. And keeping an open mind and a lovely heart is what has connected you. So there's something coming up here for you to move into, because we've got by the book. So this is something serious that affects your ancestry. Now, you might have noticed the little elephant here, and I've had a lot of connections with elephants recently, shamanically. And, you know, there's something ancestral about elephants where they always remember everything. They always remember their bonds over long periods of time. So I'm getting the second house for you could be important. Long-term values that have been in your soul for eons. And there's a pathway that's to be taken here for you. Let's pull a Sacred Traveler, because I feel like there's more information coming in with this message in a bottle. This will be important information, because with the all that glitters, someone's overlooking this. One of your ancestors is overlooking this, these deities that you work with, and they're thinking, I'm kind of getting this energy of, no, you're not taking, and I'll use the word cherubima because you know me, guys. This one on this card, because there's a face on this card representing your ancestor that I'm picking up on non-physically, is saying, no, you're not having our cherubima for your work. Someone wants you to stay over here in the gray area. When there's a new world that you've had a taste of, you know who you are. You are who you are at your most radiant. You are who you are when you're most happy. They're saying you've got to remember this. This is essential. They're saying picture it as a pendant on a necklace. Picture that pendant representing your joy and your happiness and your cherub nature, your cute, lovable, They're seeing you as a grandchild in this reading, and you're needed for something, right? So we've got grandparent, parent, baby. So really, you know, this is your ancestor. This is you here. Fork in the road, you're going to be offered something. And there's two options here, the old world, the new world. Desert passage, trust there's a divine plan. And this connects in with by the book. So there's an important passageway for you to take. And I feel like there's more information coming through because there's more layers with this onion kind of energy, right? There's much more layers here. We've got grace and gratitude. Through gratitude and appreciation, joy expands. So there's that joyful energy that they want you to remember. Let's pull some Loot Lounge cards. Let's pull some of these compass cards and get some clarity. Show me between worlds, please. They're saying you're an avatar level player of the game. This is the new world. You are in position to take a wonderful pathway in this new world. So you cannot get tempted back into a passageway that allows for the old rules when you are part of the new rules. And this is someone who's very psychic, right? See, there's energies getting through me right now, guys. I'm a human Ariel, so do bear with me. It's because you can channel so many different souls and beings with this multidimensionality, all those rays of light and consciousness that you can, when they join with you, the lens of consciousness through which you see the world will shift. So I know I'm speaking to someone that maybe if you went abroad on holiday, you'd see the world through this wondrous gaze, right? Because your consciousness will shift when these energies are nestled with you in every cell of your body. That's the message coming through. You're needed for a very important role. Show me by the book. Pisces. So this is a really important spiritual pathway here. And you've got a lot of motherly energy around you because they're telling me 1 + 2 = 3. And they're taking my mind through the sequence. Key here. So there's a key role for you. A key spiritual position here. They're saying follow the ancestral pathway, right? When you can feel the depth of the ancestral bond. They're saying no matter how far away your mind can come into the modern era, that ancestral bond is in every cell of your body. It walks with you everywhere you go. So I just feel like there could be big distractions, or maybe you can feel these two distinct pathways between ancestral, spiritual pathway, and some sort of modern day role you want to take. They're saying if there's something tempting on this pathway with this fork in the road and these two different worlds, they're saying you are meant to be here in the new world, in the Loot Lounge, in the shining, beautiful place, right? And that is the key to your future. It's the key to your ancestral bloodline plan. They're saying if there's something you want to do over here, could be music, could be this, could be that. If there's something putting you off doing what you want to going into this world because you feel like it will stop you doing something here, they're saying that's an illusion. Whatever you want to do over here, whatever is tempting to you over here, it will come back around on the pathway in this beautiful oasis. So I know that's going to mean something to somebody because you're not going to miss out on anything here, and you're going to get even more for following the highest pathway available, the spiritual pathway. They're saying it might seem more boring than another pathway, but it's not. We've got intent here, so you're going to have strong intent to follow that higher pathway. For somebody, you could be fasting, you could be praying. I feel like you own relics that maybe remind you of your ancestors. There's something that reminds you of a grandparent that you hold. Could be a locket or a compact, something you'd put on a bureau, a vanity kind of thing. Message in a bottle. We've got the 5th house here. Playful energies, Leo energies. This is about that important message coming in. So this could be something from a friend is what I'm getting with the 5th house and vibrational currency. So it could even be that you're out and about and you bump into somebody, and synchronicity has it that this person passes something to you in your magnetic field that awakens something in you that will give you another layer of completion or give you a better perspective, a more solid perspective. It's going to fulfill something for you. Vibrational currency. This could be invisible energy. You could just be chatting to someone kindly in the street and they could pass you some energy. This could be an elderly neighbor or something like that. But there's some important package that you're going to get when you least expect it. Synchronicity, solar chakra. So this has to do with confidence, playfulness, creativity with the 5th house. You could be on a night out and, you know, this could, you could meet a new friend and it's some past life connection, which happens all the time, by the way, guys. That's why I say it all the time. Earth energy. There could be some ritual you do. Maybe you've got a back garden and you go out and you're barefoot and you maybe, you know, you chant or you meditate, something like that. Maybe there's a group of you going to be doing something like that. So saying if you're unsure, don't make a move, basically. Show me more. What do we need to know? All that glitters. Second house. See, this is about your long-term values. I was picking up on the second house before with those elephants. You know, on the spiritual pathway, eventually you realize that everything comes back to soul group, family, whatever you want to call it, those who are most near and dear to us. And right now you're being guided by a great spiritual force here. Ancestors you probably never even met. And I'm seeing them dressed in white, which shows me their purity, like Obatala, for anyone who knows his energy. But this is about the vantage point of the ancestors being so high up and seeing the bigger picture. So I feel like you're being faced with some big choices at the moment with the second house, and they're asking you to really meditate and really think of yourself as the true creator of your reality. They're showing me columns, like Roman columns, like you really taking over your own internal world when you meditate, when you visualize, and really allowing almost a grand outlook to take over your mind, like being really proud of the line you represent and being proud of the wisdom that you've had handed down to you. I feel like that's really important here. I feel like someone's come from a bloodline where you've got a grandma or elders or family around you where they have got some traditional teachings from your specific culture or your specific family. And I feel like these could be affectionately handed down to you. It could be things you just picked up on. But I feel like there's great value in those things that you've been handed. Could be recipes. Could be frames of mind. Could be energies that you can feel that you find it hard to put into words. But in those connections lie the key. The thing, bring them to the forefront of your mind. Bring these things to the forefront of your mind. Your old traditions are most important here. Fork in the road. Show me. My cards are being awkward tonight. So that could mean something. Leo. 5th house energy again. Solar. We've got the solar plexus, 5th house energy and Leo. So that would be about illumination. That would be about illuminating your own path. Remembering or bringing forward those things that bring you most joy. So yeah, there's different frequencies of joy. There's different frequencies of love. Every moment we live, we're creating the movie. We're living the movie. Imagine having the responsibility to create the movie that's gonna be coming to you, and also to be living the movie that already came to you. That's why I love that infinity symbol, because we're always in the middle of it, receiving what we already conjured and conjuring what we're going to receive, and it just goes on forever. Our consciousness is immortal. So this is about seeing it from the infinite perspective. Really going deep here with the solar chakra. And we've got desert energies on here. So they want you to go so deep into your roots. Cardinal, Leo. They want you to be a leader, my darling. They want you to be a leader. And I feel like there's a role coming up that would make you smaller. They're showing me, you know, you've got onions and then you've got shallots. They're showing me, I think shallots are little. They're showing me tiny little onions. Someone over here wants to make you smaller. The way they hold you in their mind, they see you as a subordinate to them, or they feel like your energy is less powerful than theirs. And I've had a lot of people do that to me. I've got Pluto and Scorpio in the 1st house. I've constantly had people try and dominate me. Even when I was most docile, quiet, amiable, gentle, sweet, harmonic, Libran. Even when you're a little girl, like when you got Pluto and Scorpio, you get people trying to overpower you in all sorts of ways. And I feel like that could be what's going on here, because I'm feeling a really sweet soul who goes through life with an open heart and an open mind. You could have really curly hair. You could be mixed, maybe for someone out there. You can have little tints of blonde. I'm seeing various hair types, but I feel like you've got this beautiful, soft, gorgeous way of looking at the world as well. You could be quite artistic. They're telling me you've got a particular way with astrology, but you sell yourself short for someone out there. The ancients didn't see astrology the way we see it today. Today, we're made to think we've got to study and be linear and memorize stuff. We get to know astrology through our own birth chart and through getting to know ourselves and the way these energies move through us on a personal level. We naturally learn to understand the other, but there's something with you, with astrology, that is just so deep. And they're saying you underestimate the way you see through ancient eyes when it comes to astrology. Maybe even, and I don't mean to make this sound like mean or anything, but a lot of us do this, right? I was brought up in a household where the traditions weren't respected. They were treated like, oh, that crap doesn't matter anymore. What are you talking about? That's just gypsy stuff or whatever, right? But we have to learn as the new generation that are healing ancestral wounds, and we're bringing it to the fresh point of now, where we're doing things properly in the now moment. So we're taking these traditions and we're making them relevant. All this sacred knowledge that gets passed down through grandparents and our elders, it's all there in the non-physical, by the way. We're always lining up with solutions. So for someone, you're lining up with ancient astrology and ancient solutions and ancient recipes. And not just ancient, because that gives people a certain vibe when I say this. And by ancient, I mean Lemuria. I mean, when the world was called Atlantis. People say, where was Atlantis? The whole world was called Atlantis. And you know, there's been 230 cycles on this planet in the Sahara Desert. We've gone through 230 cycles where there's been jungle in the Sahara Desert, and then it's gone dry back to desert. And then jungle again and desert again. That's how long life's been going on. So I feel like someone really needs to let their wings open up, take the key. I feel like the universe is saying, take the hint. You've got this beautiful ancestral energy that you can connect to. No matter how much information we've connected or collected from our elders, we can still connect to them in non-physical. So they're saying, give yourself credit, particularly for this astrology, because it's going to be very valuable. There's new information that's coming through that's going to make your astrological research very important, because you're seeing it through such a unique perspective that it is very valuable. They're saying you will know who you are, this individual. Compass. Follow the most courageous frequency of your heart. 2102 on my clock. Your heart's trying to take you forward to leadership. And I feel like that's key here. I feel like this is spiritual leadership by the book, Pisces. There's something going to come in that's going to maybe confirm that to you, because we've got the confidence of the solar chakra, vibrational currency, energy flowing into you and making something real and grounded and solid. It's like a magnet. It's like a golden magnet. Someone's going to give you some invisible energy that's going to sort of whoosh something into you, another part of you into you, another layer of you is coming in. I feel like you are somewhat of a guide. And I feel like, you know, you're good at this. With the compass energy coming out, someone's going to try and make you be less than what you are, offer you a job, or spirit saying sweet like candy. They're going to act sweet like candy. It might even seem like an oasis over there, but you're the leader. This spiritual knowledge is very important. We've got first house energy here with the fairy sprinkles. So your energy is very rare. And again, as much as you can pick up energy and packages of information, you could be very aware that you've actually picked up on packages of information non-physically. You could have felt a big leather book when you meditated or something like that. I'm feeling a leather-bound book with straps on it. But not only that, but you dish out energy, because we've got the first house. It's all about you being a leader here, because you're an avatar level consciousness. Maybe you are a Pisces. Maybe you're quite contemplative. I can't say it right now, guys. I've had a joint earlier, so shh, let's not tell anyone. Fairy sprinkles first house. This is about you putting yourself on a pedestal, actually, and doing it for your ancestors. Because again, that grandmother, it's more about you being someone's grandchild that I feel like is important to know. Because I've got grandparents I barely spent any time with, but they are my spirit guides. They work with me during these readings, and they dote on me, and they remind me of that version of myself I was when maybe I met them once when I was 2 years old, but I've got ancestors that are constantly around me that I've never even met. And I feel like once it gets past great-grandparent, you know, it goes on and on. They all just see you as grandchild, right? Because they're so, it goes back further and further. They're putting you on a pedestal here with the fairy sprinkles in the first house, because I feel like you need this. I feel like you need this to get you in your sovereign positioning, to keep your internal ship going in the right direction as a leader. Leo energy. This is about being a sovereign being. And again, they're saying, remember the joy. Your life is about experiencing that joy. Someone could kind of act like they're offering you joy in a job or something, but actually it wouldn't be joyful. See, someone's trying to make you smaller than you are with the rabbit. And I'm a year of the rabbit. Rabbits are cute and cozy. They like their burrows and other things, you know. But this is the eagle right here. This is your positioning. And I feel like this eagle, it could represent your psychic gifts in your mind's eye. Really, you can see from a great height. You can see from above all the ancestral lines. And I feel like it's your time to take your place as a leader. I'm seeing someone dressed in white. Could be an African guy with a kind of hat on that kind of looks like white, and it goes round in a circle, and a white kind of tunic that he's wearing. So that could be important for somebody. I'm hearing Uganda as well. That could be connected to that guy, or it could be something completely different. But I feel like, yeah, Venus, your sweet energy is leadership material. And I feel like all the things in you that you think aren't right for the position are actually the things that make you so right for the position. And Spirit always has told me since I was a kid, the ones who truly crave power are never worthy of it. It's the ones who don't want the power that need to be gifted the power. And I feel like this reading is for you, my darling. Your unconditional loving soul is so valuable. One in alignment is worth a million who are not. So be that eagle. And I feel like this is about transformation. You know, eagles have to go through a lot to regrow their beaks. Have you heard about eagles smashing their beak off because the beak gets too long? They can't eat. So the only choice they've got is to smash their beak on the rocks and grow it back. So there's some tough stuff here. I don't know how that will resonate with somebody. I don't know why that just came out of me, but it's a fact I just can't stop stating because it fascinates me about the eagle. So it's about you soaring though with your wings and taking the spiritual positioning. I hope this has really made sense to somebody, my darlings. Do let me know these little words, right? And I'll see you again. Lots of love, my angels. Bye-bye.